Hi there, Diana from Adirondack Girl at Heart. I teach vintage and antique lovers how to create antique businesses that they love. One of the ways that I do that is by sharing my recent vintage finds, how much I paid for them, and what I think each is worth. Today I want to focus on mid-century modern vintage 1950s, 60s, and 70s finds that I've made lately. My antique booth is primarily farmhouse style, but sometimes I can't resist a great deal. And I know that you have the same trouble sometimes when you're out vintage shopping. So why don't I start with the pottery pieces that I found at a single garage sale for 25 cents each. Would you have been able to resist? Let me know. Here's a little bird figurine. I find that bird-related things sell quite well from my antique booth. It's not signed. Like I said, it was a quarter. I will price it at about $15 to $18. This butterfly wall pocket, also unsigned and also a quarter. You can see that it would hold some flowers in the back there. Wall pockets have a whole bunch of collectors, all of their own, and this piece should also go for about 15 to 18, as will this little darling elephant planter. He also unsigned, 15 to 18. Pair of bunny figurines that look so much like Thumper from Bambi that I am going to, that they're not signed. Most Disney things that I've come across are signed. So these were a quarter each. And if they're not Disney, they should sell for about 15 each, 12 to 15 each. But I need to do a little research on them, right? And here's another little planter with a deer. I thought at Christmas time with some bottle brush trees in there, he would be super cute. And he is signed made in Japan on the bottom, and 12 to 15 for him. Then I picked up these two vases because I thought they were kind of nice, but the more I look at them, I think I've seen them around a lot. I liked this sort of drippy paint here, but I don't know, the bottoms aren't speaking to me. But like I said, they were a quarter each, so no harm, no foul, right? If they are really not anything, I will sell them from my booth for maybe $5 each. Last two pieces that were a quarter each. There's a little colonial figure. This is made in occupied Japan. Gotta see, I want to show it to you from the right direction. Occupied Japan mark. So there are collectors who look for occupied Japan, and I'm thinking $10 to $12 for him. This pretty little gal, she is also marked Japan on the bottom and a number there, and she's just in perfect condition. She's bisque. So many places where she could be chipped and she's not. So $10 to $12. I have a shelf in my antique booth where I put small pieces, toothpicks and salt cellars and flower frogs and things like that. So those last two pieces will probably go on that shelf. So that's it for the pottery that I picked up. Here's a cool lamp from about the 70s. It's marked Taiwan, and so when I see Taiwan, I think 70s. It was $1 and needs a little bit of cleaning and a special bulb, which I think I have, a longer bulb, and I will try it probably on eBay first for $30 to $40. I think it's really cool, and it's got this part here where you can put your pens and pencils. Double duty, right? So a few other plastic things. Here is a political collectible. This is Dan Andriano for Highway Superintendent Fish Skill. Not like a tremendous amount of money, right? paid $1/4 for it, and maybe it'll go for $2 or $3, but political collectors will like to add that to their collection. And then I have some serving ware, melamine signed on the back. For instance, this piece is a Dansk, so that could be from like the 70s. This set marked Rosti, R-O-S-T-I, made in Denmark on the back, from the 1960s, early 70s, and I sell pairs of melamine serving pieces for $15 on Etsy. So what I'll do is I will wait to find one more white piece to match this one, and a yellow to match this one. This is marked Shanty, S-H-A-N-T-I. So those are some mid-century modern plastic pieces. And while we're looking at serving pieces, here are, this is a salad set with teak handles marked. Oh, actually this set isn't marked, but I've had other ones marked Japan, and they were half off, so they were $1 each, and they should also sell for $15. I just think those are so sleek and cool looking. Also from the kitchen, I picked up, oh, the serving pieces are 79 cents at Salvation Army and 25 cents at my favorite thrift store. This egg beater cost me $3. I paid the $3 because it came in its original box. Isn't that interesting? So I think someone on Etsy who collects vintage kitchen things might really like that with the box. So I'm hoping $20 to $25 for that piece with the box. And then I picked up this saucepan. It's made in Italy. Moneta is the maker, and I have had other enamelware pieces sell really well on eBay. A lot of mid-century modern, I find, sells well on eBay. It was 50 cents, and I need to do a little more research on it. I'm thinking it's like probably $10 or $15, but I wanted to, like I said, find out more about it, and if it had the lid, that would be great. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, here's another little plastic piece that I didn't show you. It's a postal scale marked Chadwick, and it should sell for about $8. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. This is really interesting. This is a Westinghouse travel clock radio. I paid 75 cents for it, and it opens like that. It's still, everything is still working, which is fantastic. I usually open these travel clocks and then the clock itself rests in the base. Doesn't work. I think I finally figured it out. It will sit on the edge of a nightstand with the back hanging off the back or the side of the nightstand. If anyone knows anything more about this, I would love to hear about how it's supposed to sit upright. It won't sit like this. The back is too long on a table. It would rest like that. So that's not right. It actually tips over. So let me know what you think, but I'm hoping it's something like $25 to $35 on eBay. Thought that was very cool piece. So I have a couple of pieces of glass here. The first one is just a simple little flower frog, 50 cents. Should sell for $10 from my antique booth. And I have lots of information on my website about collecting flower frogs and pricing them. And I have 2 videos here on YouTube. Here's a pretty little vase. It's hand blown. It's got the pontil mark on the bottom. That's a broken off piece of glass on the bottom. Sometimes that is ground down to make it smooth. And then the handle is applied, meaning that it's a separate piece. And it has all of these bubbles. Those are called controlled bubbles. It has an Italian name that I jotted down, and I have no idea really how to say it, but it looks like Balacante. Controlled bubble is easier to say. It could be a piece of Murano glass. It is quite heavy, and I did do a little bit of research on eBay, and $15 to $25. I was really interested in learning more about that kind of glass because I know a lot of people focus on art glass. And then this, you might recognize this. This is American pattern. It's called American, and it's by Fostoria. There are some knockoffs. Whitehall is a knockoff. You can tell a real piece of American by Fostoria because it's gorgeous. It is brilliantly shiny and beautiful and quite heavy. Does not sell great these days, but pieces that aren't ordinary, like bowls and plates, pieces that are like cake stands and vases, like this piece, do tend to sell a little bit better. It was $1. So this is one of those things, it's like those little ceramic pieces that were 25 cents. I really struggle to leave them behind. So I'm gonna keep this because I think it's beautiful. It's probably worth on eBay maybe $15, and it would cost probably $10 or $15 to ship it because it is so heavy. Now here's some interesting little silhouettes. These used to sell like crazy, not such great sellers anymore. This one I will price at $5. It was 50 cents. It's a little silhouette, little glossy silhouette on a piece of wood. And then here are two reverse images. This is, the silhouette is actually on the glass, and then there's a background also giving it sort of a 3D effect. You can see there it was $1. Here's a look at the back. It's titled In the Distance. So you can see the age there. That's probably 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. And they used to sell for $15 to $18 to $20, and I will probably price it at 10 or 12. Same with this one. There's grandma knitting the little kitty cat, and this is this was $2.50, and on the back it says, "An appreciation of your valued business, R.B. Godfrey." So this must have been given away as a premium, or like it says, as a thank you, maybe if you bought a car or something. So this one I will price at about $12. That's a couple of silhouettes. Then this piece, this is a molded resin, painted gold, really pretty floral molded decoration there. And it does have an easel on the back. It's not in great shape. I paid $3 for that, and it should sell for about $25. I love these little mushroom salt and pepper shakers. Aren't they adorable? I paid $2 for the set, and they should sell on Etsy for about $20 to $25, something like that. Aren't they adorable? And then the last find is vintage recipe box. People really go for these. On its own, I would price it at probably $15. I would really love that image. It's in very, very good shape. In other words, it's not chipped or scratched or anything. But what I would really like to do is fill it with some handwritten recipes and sell it on Etsy. I sold a metal, really cute metal recipe box filled with recipes for $34 on Etsy. So adding those handwritten recipes as I come across them will really increase the value of that box. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing these mid-century 1950s through 1970s vintage finds. I would love it if you'd visit me at my website, Adirondack Girl at Heart. Leave a comment here. A thumbs up would be so appreciated. And as always, happy hunting.